children are injured all the time, but not for all the same reasons you may think. Let's talk about a man named Devin Walker. Devin Walker was the victim of a legal crime. He is a former football player and star athlete at Tulane University. Devin attended as a scholarship football player and was their starting football safety. And in September of 2012, he laid a humongous hit on to whom he thought was the ball carrier and ended up injuring his spine. Well, long story short, he ended up with a major neck, head, and spinal injury, causing him to be paralyzed from the neck down. The main reason, his helmet didn't fit. He never fully recovered, and he still has to be pushed around in a wheelchair. Now let's talk about Junior Seau. If you don't know who he was a 10-time All-Pro and 12-time Pro Bowl player. He played his college years at the University of South California. Seau suffered over at least 50 concussions, and because of the brain trauma, he shot himself in the head 3 times. He died May 12, 2012, at the age of 43, with 4 kids and a wife. Not because of depression, he suffered from CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or brain damage, which has been found in other former football players. So why? Seau suffered over at least 50 concussions. Too many people are suffering from concussions, all because they are too lazy or too uninformed just to check the helmet. Stats show that about 28% of children between 9 and 13 are injured because of faulty helmets and bad football equipment, which means around 5.5 million kids are getting hurt each year from bad equipment. Now this is so important. Now this is so important to me because I've had many concussions and injuries, but I have friends who have suffered from injuries too. I have a friend named Ford. Now Ford, he was a great player, but he got his 2 front teeth knocked out, which is why you see that. But basically the story was, we had our first game of the season. It was the first play. The kicker kicked the ball, and he went to block somebody, and he got laid out, and his face mask fell off in the middle of the play, so he got he got head-butted into the teeth, and when he woke up, his face mask was laying on the ground with his teeth on. Yeah. He didn't play until the last game of our regular season. He also has to get his teeth whitened regularly, which costs a lot of money. My point is, you can suffer life-changing injuries from something so small and simple. This is also important to me because my cousin broke his collarbone twice because of his school equipment, was outdated. He was also not able to play sports at all during his recovery time. You may not play football or even like it, that's fine, but I'm sure you have at least 1 or 2 friends or relatives that play football. Now imagine if they were never able to walk again, or kill themselves because they've suffered brain damage. How would you feel? All you have to do is ask, plant the seed in their head, make them aware of this, and next time you will not have to be replacing teeth, or pushing your brother around in a wheelchair, or even crying at your cousin's funeral. There is a better solution, not just awareness. There are many safer helmets to use like right now. They offer 6 types of helmets, such as the Evolution, the Speed, and the 360. They also offer an education on concussion and proper fitting. Also, Schutz offers over 30 different types of helmets for children of all ages, like the Air, AirX Pro, Collegiate, the Junior, the Recruit, and more. If those are unaffordable, you may also try and find a used helmet at Play It Again Sports or We Play Sports, Swap Me Sports, Team Express, and other stores around your area. Most good helmets are going to be about 8 years old or younger. Also, most good helmet padding is air inflated or gel infused. Not only does it fit your head better, but it is also safer for when you get hit. Things you might want to look out for with bad helmets is missing pieces or very old or loose or worn out padding. You can tell by a bad helmet by yellowing from sweat and almost rotting in the padding or scuffs and chips in the helmet. Padding missing can cause severe brain damage and trauma. These are the small differences that can make a big impact on somebody's life.